G'day, it's Dan back here for another session of the Ruleset Wizard tutorial series in our Christmas challenge where I'm building a rule set for the White Lies RPG system. And what we're going to do now is calculate armor class. So armor class starts, we're using your ascending armor class, it starts at 10. You add your armor, you add your dexterity bonus, and look, I guess there's always a potential that there's some other modifier that's going on in your favor. So what I figure we're going to do is auto-calculate the HP here, the armor class here, and we're going to base it on 10 plus this field, plus this field, plus this field. And I'm going to leave these two fields to be user editable, and this one will be for armor, and this field for any miscellaneous bonuses. And I don't think that I'm going to automate how you put armor, adding its armor class in here for us. There's a few ways of doing that, and basically what I think the way I would do it if I was going to do it was when an item is equipped in the inventory, it would check if its type is armor, and if its type is armor, it would then go and check if every other item in the inventory that was equipped, if its type was armor, and then it would have to unselect the other armor. So if I added in a combat flak vest in here with 4 armor class, and there was also a leather coat, hardened leather coat with armor class 2, and that was already equipped, it would have to go through and it would check whether the rope was armor, it would check whether the Glock was armor, it would check whether the sniper rifle was armor, it would check whether the disguise kit was armor, it would check whether the leather coat was armor, it'd say yes, this is armor, and then it would have to uncheck it when the other item was done. And I think there's a fair bit of stuff there, and it also precludes, you know, the potential that someone might be playing some sort of optional rules where you have, say you're carrying a combat shield, or someone's got a gadget with some sort of force field on it that gives you an extra +1 or an extra +2 to your armor. So there are lots of variables there that might preclude it, where you could very legitimately have 2 pieces of armor being worn in conjunction with each other. So I'm going to leave it to the players to add it manually. I'm just going to provide them with the fields so that it is nice and clear what you're supposed to do. So let's start with copying this number field and move it up into here so it's in the right alignment, but it looks a little bit high. That's very close, one too many. Alright, so let's lock it in place. Let's call this field AC, and let's grab this field, copy it, move it down here, and we're going to lock it in place, and we're going to call this one armor value, and it doesn't have a template, and we're going to change it to armor. Just call it armor, and that's tooltip, no template, so there's no, actually there is going to be some code on this. Okay, so the max value for armor 7, I think, and min value, I don't know. I suppose it's possible you could be wearing something that doesn't give you any bonus, so we'll put it down here as -3. Alright, so max value 7, that would be some sort of masterwork, you know, extra quality heavy armor, and we've got our armor class, and we want a miscellaneous bonus. So copy this field, lock it, get rid of the code here, get rid of the dice roll. Okay, so, and we're going to call this one here ARM or AC bonus. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to create a function that sums dex bonus, which is probably up here actually, dex bonus, armor value, AC bonus, and 10, and assigns it to this field. So we got a script file here, manager roles. We need one called, a new script file called manager car, and that's many car sheet functions go on it. Let's just grab something out of here. Okay, function. We're just going to call the function AC, and we're going to send to it no car, I think, and let's get rid of all this. What we're basically going to do in here is go local n base equals 10, local n armor equals node car dot get child armor. Did we call it value or bonus armor value dot get value. Let's whack some debugs in here as we go. So then we want n dex, no car get child. Now our bonus here for this is going to be called dexterity mod. Get value, then n bonus is equal to AC bonus, then local n base equals n base plus n armor plus n dex plus n bonus, and then we want to do node car dot get child AC dot set value n base, something like that. Okay, and then what we have to do is on our car sheet we have to send so we want to change AC. Let's make it no key edit true, default value 10, set it to read only, and then we want on some other fields. I think what we'll do is we'll start on this one. I think it's locked. I feel like they were locked. Okay, we're going to do function on value changed. Node car equals window get database node. Then we're going to do manager car dot AC. Let's call it update AC. Update AC node car, and that's it. And what we probably need to do here on our manager car is return true. And change this to update AC. And go back here. We want to run this function on armor value, on AC bonus, and on dexterity modifier. And we also want to set this field here to should be editable. Yes. We could make it no key edit, so you can have to scroll up and down, control scroll. This one, same, true. Max value here, 3, -3, they sound reasonable. We'll make it 7 just in case. Okay, so let's test this out. Let's push it. Reloading our car sheet. Okay, so possibly we needed some sort of on init to kick this off to start with. Interesting, we might try that in a minute. So our dex is 1 here. If we change our score down here to, alright, we got an error. Node car, all lowercase, so that's a typo. Somewhere, okay, node car, node car, node car, where is node car? Oh, come on. Somewhere I've got node car with a lowercase c. Okay, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. I thought this was going to be very easy to find. Okay, campaign scripts, manager car, .lua, line 10. Line 10. Ah, whoops. Idiot. But my debugs and stuff should have happened. And they did happen. My debugs did happen here, so let's reload. And let's change dex up to 14. Alright, this one auto-calculated. Let's change this manually to 2. That's auto-calculating. Let's change this manually down to -1. That's auto-calculating. Awesome. And let's check our tooltips. Alright, we need probably a tooltip for armor class. And that field is not editable, which is great. Right, that's sweet. That's pretty much working exactly as it should work for the moment. So I'm happy with that. Let's change this down, change it back up. I guess the only other one we want to do is just set it so it auto-calculates on init. So we may as well do that one now and get rid of the debug commands. Getting rid of the debug. 1, 2, 3, and back here on this one, let's copy this whole one down here on AC, just on the off chance that it's inaccurate to start with. We'll do that on init, and that should run it. Alright, awesome. Thanks very much for your time again. I hope you guys are getting some great value out of this, and I seriously am looking forward to seeing what projects you guys come up with.